You know what it is us 21st century humans value, crave, and worship above all else? The thing we seek out, minute by minute, 24/7, 365 days a year? Well, an idealist might say the answer is love, or maybe happiness. A cynic might say money or power. But I'll tell you what I think. After watching my fellow bipeds shamble around this spinning rock low these many years, I say the deepest human impulse, the most profound desire and need, is for communication. But right now, at this moment, communication is changing. In the old days, the way our culture talked to itself, all the stuff we read and watched and listened to, was controlled by the bigwigs who ran newspapers and TV networks, the movie bosses and music moguls. The big shots decided not just what information you could have, but when and where you could have it, and how much you had to pay for it, too. I'm John Heilman, and I'm here to tell you about a communications uprising that's happening all around us. An incendiary revolt of the little guy that has the assembled forces of big media quaking in their tasseled loafers. A revolt being propelled by, what else? The World Wide Web. To bring you this tale, I've explored the infinite expanses of the internet, from its busiest quadrants to its most barren haunts. I've skulked around behind the scenes in Silicon Valley, delving into the doings and meetings of the leaders of a new generation of companies like YouTube, MySpace, and Facebook. Companies that have begun to turn the web into a two-way, participatory, democratic medium, controlled by no one and shaped by everyone. In other words, our medium. I've also delved into the history of the web to tell you the story of how the seeds of this remarkable transformation were sown. By now we all know how the web has changed the world, but this is the story of how the world is changing the web.
Okay, what I have up here first, Wikipedia's entry for a blog, which states that a blog is a website usually maintained by an individual with irregular entries of commentary, descriptions of events, or other materials, such as graphics or video. Entries are commonly displayed in reverse chronological order, and also blogs cover a wide variety of topics and subject matter, which I will go over here momentarily. First off, you've got media, you've got blog types, you've got personal blogs, which really was the start of blogs, online journals, things of that nature. Then you've got corporate blogs, which are owned by a corporation. They can also be used internally for communication or externally for viral marketing. Next, you've got by media type. This is like, for example, this is a video log, a vlog. A link log is a blog comprising links. A sketch blog is full of sketches and drawings. A photo blog is obviously full of photos. You can also go by device, such as a mobile blog would be called a blog, or by genre. You got political blogs, travel blogs, fashion blogs, music, technology, etc. Next up, I'm going to talk about the blogosphere. The blogosphere is the collective community of all blogs, and that's further enveloped by social networking and social media and news sites, and then that's all part of the collective web 2.0. Next up, we've got blog search engines, which allow you to search blogs for content. The biggest one probably is Technorati. Next up, you've got advertising. You can do AdSense to monetize your blog and try and get money. Leads us to our first graph on advertising, showing we've got AdSense in the lead with 24%, and then followed by no advertisement and other, both holding 21. Blog Ads has 15 and DoubleClick has 15. And I'm going to show a graph showing the difference in blog types. So as you can see here, we've got a graph breaking down the different types of blogs and their prevalence on the internet on percentages. Biggest one is technology at 21%, followed by general at 20%, followed closely by politics at 19%, and then you've got other holding a fair share at 17%, and then comes in personal gossip and news at 9%, 8%, and 6% respectively. So it's mostly made up of technology blogs still at this point, so the internet, technology, obviously it makes sense, it goes hand in hand. Next up, I'm going to talk about the rise in popularity of blogs. It started out mostly as journals, Open Diary, LiveJournal, things of that nature. Mostly just online personal blogs, and then it kind of expanded from that on, and eventually got mainstream. It's become so prevalent these days that politicians have their own websites and blogs. The most earliest adopter was Howard Dean in his campaign in '04, followed with Ron Paul as well. He did this in '08 as well, and had great success with his money bombs and things. Our next stop on our tour would be Alexa internet page rankings for traffic, just to show you how popular social networking and blogging has become. 3, 4, and 5 spots are held by MySpace, YouTube, and Facebook. 11 is Blogger, and 12 is Craigslist. These are all very similar ideas. They're all kind of blog, social networking, Web 2.0, user-generated content-based sites. YouTube, obviously, your biggest video log site. Next up, I've got Facebook, which, is basically every college student's dream. Allows you to keep in touch with friends, see what's going on event-wise on campus, around you in the city, in San Marcos or Austin or wherever abouts you're from. Allows you to keep in touch with old friends, make new ones, get active politically or on campus. So it's a great tool, and it's completely free, obviously. They make money through ads, same way that the next site, Blogger, does. Blogger was bought out in '06 by Google for $1.65 billion with a B. So obviously they're doing something right to make a lot of money. Next up, I got Craigslist. You can sell things on Craigslist. You can look for jobs. You can chat in the community forums. You can try and find love, although I don't know how successful you'd be in that avenue, but you're welcome to try. It's another kind of spin-off of blogging and kind of eBay, Amazon, social networking, all kind of smashed together. It's a mashup a bit. And next I've got just a real popular tech blog called Gizmodo. They do gadgets and things. And then this next one here is Lifehacker, which is a technology and productivity site, basically how to get the most productivity out of your technology. And then finally we come to the dig of the blogosphere, Technorati, which is basically the goings-on, or as they say, what's percolating in the blogosphere. It's the real-time, minute-to-minute, second-to-second blogosphere activities, and it's pretty neat. And I'm going to finish up here with another clip from the Discovery Channel special, Download the True Story of the Internet. So let's go ahead and check that out.
But bringing YouTube to heel won't be as easy as shutting down Napster was. Because unlike Napster, YouTube is no longer some underfunded startup. It's got a deep-pocketed sugar daddy in the form of the search giant Google, which acquired YouTube at the end of 2006.
I think it definitely would have been hard, to say the least, without Google's resources in place to deal, with the level of, interest in our company from the larger media players.
YouTube may have become the largest target of the old guard's attempt to protect its flank. But while the service has indeed become a place where millions of people post and share copyrighted material, that may not be the most significant threat that YouTube poses to big media.
I think what they're feeling is just the effects of the internet, is that the internet opens up new opportunities for distribution that they don't necessarily control. And people have the opportunity to create their own content, and people are entertaining themselves. I think at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Sometimes they feel threatened by the fact that people would rather watch themselves than to watch their content.
From its inception, YouTube has been at the forefront of the movement towards user-generated content. It offered a platform for people to express their creativity and indulge their vanity, and people went wild for it, posting countless online videos of wildly varying quality. But YouTube wasn't alone. With the rise of sites like Craigslist and Flickr, Dig and Match.com, posting online video was just one of many ways in which people became active players in an increasingly two-way web.
They shared their music. They sold their stuff. They posted pictures of themselves when they tried to get a date. With this shift in attitude, a new era began on the internet. an era where content was created by the crowd in all its wisdom and stupidity, an era that would come to be known as Web 2.0.
The phrase means different things to different people, but no one has been a more pivotal theoretician of it than Fred Wilson. Wilson is a New York venture capitalist, a very rich man, and the backer of such cutting-edge Web 2.0 services as Delicious and Twitter. He's also a highly respected blogger who draws a large audience of people eager to listen to his musings, not just about money and investing, but about the meaning of it all.
The fact that the people who are firing up their web browsers and going onto the web now can actually contribute back and be a participant in the web experience, whether that's contributing content, whether that's voting on Digg, whether that's, you know, taking a video on YouTube and putting it somewhere else. It just, they are having an everyday meaningful impact on what the web is. That to me is what Web 2.0 is all about.